right.
So this is this the moment?
The moment has arrived. We're going to see if the water squirts everywhere or not. All right.
Oh, luister daar.
That sounds
Sort of like full taps, eh? Is there air coming out of there? Yeah, you can hear it, yeah. Okay, so it's gonna squirt out of there now.
Oh really? But shouldn't this...
Yeah, we're gonna have to turn it up.
I will set it still, alright.
So yeah, we're gonna have to adjust that. We think that's what? An adjustable pressure
valve.
Yeah, we're figuring this all out still. But yeah, it should be filling up. Yes, and fast. Oh, I can hear it. Ooh.
Okay.
And the barrel might go boom just now too. So this is a donkey boiler system that someone else attempted to put together but didn't quite get right, and so I've been trying to change a few things and get it to kind of work. So essentially they had the sort of inlet and the outlet quite different to what it is now. So the water comes from tanks up there, which turns out to be about 15 meters above us altitude wise. Comes down into the tank here and then will come out of here. So we had 150 kPa on this gauge last night, so that means the tank should be 15 meters high, because apparently 1 bar is the same as 100 kPa, which is every 10 meters. So every 10 meters of head, or the water tanks being 10 meters up, is 1 bar 100 kPa. So for 150 kPa we're looking at 15 meters up. So you can see with this barrel it clearly isn't really handling 150 kPa. I wasn't sure how much this was going to handle, and we couldn't get any information on it. But apparently it is a stronger version of barrel. It's, I think, stainless steel. It looks quite shiny like stainless steel there. But yeah, so for future, wouldn't recommend using a barrel like this for anything maybe over, like, say 50 kPa. I think it'll be fine at 50, but 100 or 150 kPa, these barrels are just not designed for that kind of pressure. So we're going to go into town today and try and find an old gas bottle instead. Yeah, this was a system that was recommended, but yeah, it's clearly just not handling the pressure. And yeah, as I said, couldn't really find any info on how much pressure it can handle.
They want now decide if the fish want to be dead or alive by greedy.
So we've lit a little fire in there, it's burning away. We've got the barrel sitting on top here. We've got the water coming in and coming out the top. Hot water rises. And here we've got, this is a pressure reducing valve. We need a pressure release valve, but just using it for the gauge now, you can see we've got about 150 kPa or 1.5 bar. And then this is the hot water coming out. So I just want to see, when we heat this up, if the pressure rises much from here. But yeah, in time we want to replace this whole unit with an adjustable pressure relief valve so that we can yeah, set it to just over 150 bar, so that it doesn't relieve water out when it's not being heated, but if it gets very hot then it will, if it needs to. It's just like a safety thing. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. We're going to see how long this takes to heat up. It's also like a lot of water in there, 55 gallons. I don't know what that is in liters. So it might take a while, but I think we're going to in time change this for a gas bottle, because then pressure won't be an issue, and we might make a separate rocket stove little unit under here, because this is just quite a big fire now and it's not really super efficient. But yeah, also interested to see the swelling that I was showing earlier, if that gets any worse. When I turned the water on now, there's been no more like swelling that I've noticed, or no noises around it, so maybe it's going to kind of sit there. And the actual folding is kind of over here, so I think it's going to be pretty strong still. It's not something that's just going to pop off. So this is quite a while later, and yeah, fire's still going. The water seems, well, should I say the tank feels a bit warmer than it was. Actually, if you hold the bottom pipe, wait, this is not working, it's too dark. Try and turn the light on. So yeah, if I hold this pipe, it's a lot colder than if I hold the side of the barrel here or up there. And yeah, I just turned on the cold water in the shower and compared it with the warm water in the shower, the hot water in the shower. And there is a difference in temperature, so it is heating up. Our water pressure is the same, it's about 165. And yeah, fire's still going there. Here we have, what should I say, after the previous experiments with that 45-gallon drum, which kept popping with the pressure, this is now a 40 kilogram, I think, thereabouts, gas bottle. So what we've done is had some guys weld in these little glands, and there's a piece of pipe going down about, I can't remember, so this is the outlet, so this is, yeah, this pipe comes not so deep, and on this side here it goes a little bit deeper. So the idea is we're going to try having this tank just horizontally like this, and underneath we've got the fire here. But if this doesn't work, the idea is to turn this whole tank up vertically and probably put a chimney through it and have like a rocket stove underneath it there. So we're going to try kind of having it vertically for now, I mean horizontally for now, and if this doesn't work, make it vertically. So at the moment this will be the inlet and this over here will be the outlet, and yeah, we're going to give that a go and see what happens. Yeah, this is the water coming in here, so we'll take it up here and along and into here, and then the outlet will come out of here and into here. We'll have this about here, something like that. I might shorten this piece of copper pipe here, but that's kind of the plan, so let's see how it goes. So we want to try and get these two to line up here. So I'm going to shorten this copper pipe a bit, and then this looks okay, I think, this piece of pipe here. And then from here we'll come down into that inlet there. Yeah.
And jumping down and jumping up and down. Please God, give us some water. Please God, give us some water. Oh, we are dying, dying, dying. The elephants are crying, crying, crying. God, oh, we are God. We are dying, dying, dying. The elephants are searching for water, but we cannot find any water. The elephants are searching for water, but we cannot find any water. Please, God, give us some water. Please, God, give us.
So this got all quite confusing, but this here was bought by some previous people as a pressure relief valve. Relief valve, yeah. But it turns out it's a pressure reducing valve, so it'll let water through, and the water on the outside, on the outlet side, will be at a certain pressure. So it doesn't matter what the inlet pressure is, it'll make sure the pressure on the outside is a certain pressure. which is not what we want. We want something to release the pressure when the pressure on this side gets too much. In other words, if the taps are closed and this is steaming or boiling away, that we release that pressure. So this is a pressure relief valve, but it's not adjustable. This you can adjust. So the hope was this was a adjustable pressure relief valve, but again it's a pressure reducing valve. This is a non-adjustable pressure relief valve. Okay, we're going to turn it on. Let's see what happens. So right now the water's coming up here through this black pipe, which is just temporary, into here, and then this taps open a little bit into the tank, should fill up the tank and then come out here. This should read the pressure that the tank's at, and then it comes out here. So right now I've got the outlet turned off, but yeah, when I turn that on it should go through to the 2 showers, but I think in time we'll take it through to the sinks, the basins on the other side as well. So it's making all these little noises which sound good. Only seeing a few drips coming off here, but this is all, as I said, rather temporary. If we go around, let me turn this on, we can go around, see if there's any water coming out here yet. I can hear it, and there's a few drips, but there's no water coming out as such, but I can hear the air coming out. And then these are the sinks here, but yeah, we'll look into that later. Still making gurgling noises as it's filling up, so I'm going to turn this tap on a little more. Ooh, bigger gurgling noises. There you can see the pressure rising slowly. We open this, should go through to the showers. Turn this inlet on a bit more. Nothing yet, it should start soon. Oh look, there it goes. And I can hear the shower. Oh, there comes the water out. Check that. Okay, sweet. I'm going to turn the inlet off. I mean the outlet off. Let's turn this off now. There you are, we've got about 150 bars there. So not to make a fire. I'm gonna cheat a bit and do some fire starters. Here we are, it's burning lekker. some more bricks in there temporarily, just to try and push the heat up against the side of the barrel there. Yeah, so take a look at the time. Time is now 7:45. So let's see how long this takes. It would be good to have a little temperature gauge mounted onto the barrel here or something. Yeah. But yeah, it's getting plenty of air from underneath there. Quite a big fire. Maybe a bit of heat coming out of the side as well. And yeah, hopefully hitting the underneath of the barrel mostly, the heat I mean. And coming out the back here. Oh, cool. I'm actually going to go and turn the tap off on the shower. We can turn the outlet on. Yeah, it's sure burning well, yeah. So the donkey boiler's been going for about an hour now, and I usually put quite a fair amount of wood in there, and yeah, it's all burnt down, and here we've got some hot water in here now. It is touchable, but it's nice and hot, and we've got the water pressure there, which is 150, and that hasn't changed, so the heating up of this whole system hasn't actually increased the pressure, which is good, I think. If we look around the corner here, there we are. And just now it was even making some steam, but that's nice and hot and very showerable. Yeah, I don't know if you can see the steam, but it's steaming a bit. Jaw, rad. So yeah, since I was last here, it got all very beautifully cobbed in. The gas bottle, you can see the front of it sticking out there, and yeah, it's got a little chimney out the top, and I think that's the water outlet. No, other way around, that's the water inlet, and there's the water outlet. So yeah, we're going to fire it up and see how long it takes and have a shower.